Okay, so let's take a look at how to draw waffle chart. So for this we will open Studio, right? If you have base R, that would do as well, but in this case first thing I will be doing is installing waffle package, right? You can use tools, install package, type in waffle and then click install, right? That is one way. Another option is type in install packages, then within double quotes type in waffle, then hit enter. If it's there, it will be searched and that package will be installed. If it is already installed, you can forget about it, right? So here I have waffle package installed. Next thing is opening our script, right? Now I'll be calling library, then waffle, right? So we have our library call ready. Now to create a basic waffle, I will create my data with say 10 or 13, 25 or 20 and 5, right? So that range from 30 all the way to 5 in reverse, right? So this is done purposefully because I want to show the variations in waffle. So here we'll be passing x and then rows, let's see 8, right? So let's see if it works. Now first thing we will run this statement. Next thing is our data and I want to view this data. So let's see if it's possible in tabular form. So it's not possible, only 4 observations there. So what we can do is run next statement, and here you have total 8 rows and your variations of these 4 values within legend, and you see the color change between the same. So 30, then 25, then 20, and then finally 5, right? So depending on some of such data where you want to see the progress, or something like, let's say, number of people from particular region vaccinated, or number of people contributing to some charity or etc., you can use this sort of waffle chart to plot those observations there, right? Next thing would be to using named vector in this type of chart. So we will be changing few things, right? So what we will change is basically we will be adding more data, right? So here let's see G1 set to 30, then G2 set to 25, G3 set to 15, or let's say 20 again, and then G4 set to 5, right? You can mix and match, but it's just previous data, and here G1, G2, G3 will be used as a legend numbers here, right? Rest of the chart will remain the same, right? If you want different data, you can get particular data and pass it here. So rows set to 8, right? Now what we can do is basically we can select the data and our waffle function statement and run this, and here see within legend you can see G1, G2 all the way to G4. So these are named vectors here. Now comes the important part. If you want to change these color, let's see if I want some color palette. So let's see orange red color palette, right? So you can pick one of the color here. So let's go with this. So let me go to that respective site. So let's see if you have something like this pattern or this, that should look good for this type of chart. can also add variations with this or make odd like this, right? So if you want, we can go with this sort of data, right? So let's see, I want to use this pattern, right? So let's open our current data. Here we will add one more variable, which is colors equals to. Now here what I will do is use a bracket. Within that I will add the first color. I will make it darker color first, right? And then use comma, and then within double quote I will use another color for second, then within double quote we'll select the third one, and then finally the fourth one, and within double quotes, right? So what I can see here is that color palette is pretty much copied. So we'll just select one statement after another. So we're unexpected comma in okay, so it seems like we missed with hash, right? So suppose we have to add that. Okay, so what missing was using the C here. So C needs to be used before we can pass any function containing all hex values. So we will run this, and here see our new color palette is now visible here. So it looks pretty cool with this. If you can experiment with any other color palette of your choice, so the final output will vary accordingly, right? So next thing, we can also experiment with this particular legend position, right? So let's say if I want to do that, I'll have to use a comma here and go to next line, and here I can type in legend underscore POS, and then let's say if I want to use it at bottom, right, I can select the statement again and run this, and our legend position changes from right to this particular bottom area. Can also shift this to left or even top. So let's select this, run this. As you can see, the position is keep on changing. Let's finally experiment with the top. So if it works, that means we have pretty much checked all possible variation of the legend position, right? Now if you have see like two waffle charts, is it possible to combine them? Then we can make use of function to combine them. So let's see, I have waffle chart number 1, so W1, right? And here I'm going to use A to 0, then B to 40, then we will close this and add rows to say 5, right? 5 should do. So we have our first chart, right? So let's run and check, right? So W1 waffle, right? Everything looks okay, right? So next thing W2, and then waffle, same type of approach, A to 10, then B to some value, say 30 or 40, then rows, make sure both of them are on same, so 5, right? So finally I want to combine both of them, so IN, and here I can use W1 W2. So let's run these statements, and final statement here we can run. And here you see we have two of our waffle charts. They are combined into one, and legend for both on the right. Okay, so that pretty much clears up your waffle chart points. So there are few other options that you can use. You can use GG waffle package instead of the typical waffle package. That will allow you to use waffle chart with ggplot, right? And if you have any other package for this, you can use it, but the type of parameter that you pass and the data you pass and then manipulate will be different than this particular waffle package, right? So I suggest you to take a look at this particular package. Use it for your typical data where you want to view your progress, right? So for example, GitHub also uses this sort of waffle chart to keep eye on which member has managed to make commits or any changes to the repositories. So you can use the same logic and use it for similar type of data and draw these charts, right? So if you get any other package and manage to draw the waffle chart, I would love to take a look at that.